What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. You're a returning subscriber as always, guys. Welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. You know, guys, we talk a lot on this channel from time to time about having grown men live with you as a parent. But what about if it's the other way around? And, you know, things that a lot of times become a recipe for disaster happen. Story I'm going to tell you today is out of Hudson, Florida. Shout out Hudson, Florida. This occurred sometime in the past, but is making the news now, about a man in his 40s who contacted the news and told them the story about how his 68-year-old father, who lived with him in the house, shot him multiple times. I think they said 7 times, because he told his dad he had to vacate the premises in which the son owns that he's selling. And his father went into a fit of rage and shot him up. This man's lucky to be alive, and he's telling the story. And this is something you got to see to believe. It's no child's responsibility to take care of their parents, especially when they're able-bodied. The only thing children owe you as an adult, honestly, is to show that every teaching that you gave them, they adhered to, and it made them responsible human beings. And moving forward with those carrying your name or lineage, they're doing the right thing in life. That's all they owe you. Stuff like this is ridiculous. Take a look at this.
Well, listen to this. A Hudson father is behind bars accused of unloading a gun on his own son during a fight over moving out. Pasco County deputies say the man admitted he wanted to hurt his son. This was all caught on camera. News Channel 8's Georgia MacArthur joins us now live from the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. Now, Georgia, you spoke to that son today.
Yes, Paula, I spoke to the son. Not only that, he showed us videos from inside and outside of his home that captured the shooting, even up to his father calmly confessing to deputies he shot his son. His son says he tried to remain calm, even with his father holding 2 guns over him.
He never saw it coming.
One shot here, bullet still in me. And then a shot here, bullets right here.
Shot 7 times by the man who raised him.
And playing Xbox, and my father walks right up to me and pulls out 2 guns and shoots me 7 times. You never think that it would be your own family member.
Video from inside the family's living room shows the man's father approach him with a gun in each hand.
I was scared and just trying to figure out how to calm him down and how to get out of the house or get away from him and live.
Gregory Hannes says his dad, Timothy Snyder, was upset after Hannes tried to evict him from their home.
I put an eviction notice on the door Wednesday, and during our conversation while he was holding the guns over me and I was kind of pleading for my life in a sense of way, he mentioned that he was thinking about it for 2 days.
Hannes says he was able to dial 911 and stall, hoping help would arrive.
I was thinking to myself to use like keywords and trigger words that the 911 operator would be able to pick up and hint on.
When deputies arrived, the man's father confessed to shooting his son.
What was your intent for that? To harm him?
Yeah, well, it really wasn't much of an argument. I just, pulled the gun out and started shooting.
While Hannes is left to recover, he says the wounds from that day will never heal.
He's my dad. I'm not going to get to see him anymore either. And then I think about my child. Like, she loves him. She's never going to get to see him.
That is absolute craziness. Seriously. You shot your son multiple times as he sat in a chair in a house that's his, that he wants to sell, because you feel as though what you gonna do now? Told you before, man. Kids don't owe nothing to their parents except to be a good person in society and show that them being raised was not in vain. That's all a parent is owed, in my opinion. Now I'm gonna tell you something. This man's 68 years old. It ain't like you couldn't defend yourself out there in the wilderness when in the house captivity you tried to erase the person whose house it was. It's that man's house. It's his right to sell that shit. So what you his fucking dad? At 68 years old, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why he was living with him, but at 68 years old, if you mad at your son for making an executive decision for him and his family for the well-being of them, and it don't affect you, and you take out your anger and frustration on him, something wrong with you. Ain't nothing wrong with your fucking kid. That right there, a lot of times the action tell a lot about a person, about where their mindset is at. And the dad's mindset is in the fucking gutter. That's embarrassing. Did you see him looking stupid when the cops was up there talking to him? I wanted to hurt him. Did you take a look at the letter? Did you take a look at the eviction letter? If you took a look at the eviction letter, right? I'm going to get it up here on this video. If you took a look at the eviction letter, right? The eviction letter, he spoke nicely to him. It wasn't he was like, yo, you got to get out the house or anything like that. Let me see if I can get it to come up on here. Here it is right here. It says just like this. Dear Dad, I hope you're doing well. I wanted to inform you that I am prepping to move to Alabama and I will be listing the house for sale. As part of this process, I need to ensure the home is vacated and ready for showings. This letter serves as a formal notice that your tenancy at this residence will be terminated 30 days from now. On October 13th, 2025, in accordance with Florida law, I kindly ask you to make arrangements to vacate the property by that date. I understand, look at this part. I understand moving can be stressful and I want to support you during this transition. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Sincerely, thank you for understanding. Then his son's name. How respectful is that? But in return, he received a disrespectful act. I told you before, there are a lot of times people will live off you and lean on you if you let them. I'm more than sure his dad probably don't even pay no fucking rent. He probably sent that letter because he know how his dad can be. Hell, one of the reasons why they might be moving from Florida to Alabama is to get away from this motherfucker. Let's keep it real. There's some people that don't take no and don't take the obvious signs that you don't want them in your fucking house. They don't take them or they just ignore them. You know what I'm saying? How many of you people out there had parents? A lot of times I haven't, but how many of you had parents out there that throw this guilt game on you, or they play this game with you where as long as they're your mom and dad, you're supposed to do what they say, even if you're a grown adult with your own family, starting your own life, and whatever they ask you, you should give them. And they bring up they throw the parent card in. You gonna do your dad like that? You gonna do your mom like that? It's a lot more to this story, and I think a lot of it falls into the craziness of the dad. That's just my opinion. What's your opinion in the comment section? Either way, this guy walked up on his son in the house and shot him up where he was in a prone position in the chair. Shot him up because he's dissatisfied that he's selling the house and he got to figure out where to go after that. Get the fuck out of here. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm telling you, people will use you till they use you up. Don't let them. As a man carving your own niche in life and walking your own road, you got enough on your back. You don't need your parents a lot of times trying to sandbag you as well. This is trifling. See you in the next video. Take care.